Hi, and welcome to ScatersLandingTV.com. I'm your host, Chris Bartlett. Today is a pretty simple subject. We're talking about skate laces, the long and the short of it. Nothing to get too tied up about. Laces come in cotton, polyester, and a blend of cotton and polyester. So that part I think you can hang with. Cotton laces, polyester, blend. I'm going to tell you why on all three of them, okay? Cotton tends to stretch less, is a little thicker, a little bit more durable, but the con is cotton will break easier. It's a natural fiber. It doesn't tend to have the same sort of tenacity and long durability. So that can be the kind of lace that one of the times you're coming through a hook and off that lace just snaps when you've just landed, you know, your first spectacular double axel or something. So a little danger in the cotton. A lot of people still use it. A lot of people like it. We sell a lot of it. Now, we're talking about polyester. Polyester is not going to break, but it tends to be a weaker lace that weakens and stretches out over time, almost like when you cook your spaghetti too long and that noodle just kind of takes itself just a little too long, okay? So, now the third thing we're going to talk about is blend. Now, that's kind of a happy marriage. There's a little hybrid going on. I've got the strength of cotton, okay, but it's not going to break. So I'm getting a lace that's a little bit more oomph, a little bit more muscle, a little bit more fiber, but once again, it's got the strength and tenacity to hold up and the durability of that poly. Okay, a couple other things about laces before we close this one out. Okay, laces tend to come with a specific type, specific to each brand. So Rydell tends to have their lace, Jackson, their lace. Espeteri, Klingbeil, Harlech, Gam, Graf, all you bootmakers out there, you kind of have your own suppliers, your own vendors. So each lace is kind of specific to each brand. Now with that said, I'd also like to talk about color. Obviously, white skates, take a white lace. Doesn't matter if I'm talking about cotton, polyester, or blend. I can't say those three things together. Sorry, folks. So doesn't matter. White is white, no matter what brand. You gentlemen out there that are in a black skate, don't think you want white laces. So I'm going to get you a black lace. Once again, all three styles, cotton, polyester, blend. I did it that time. Now, the trickiest part is when you buy a tan or hazel or bark tone boot, which is natural. It's kind of the look of, you know, just like an earth tone. Okay, a lot of show skaters, a lot of coaches really have a desire for a tan boot. It holds up longer. It doesn't have the wear and tear of a white boot that a competitive figure skater has. Now the trick with this one is, if you buy a Jackson Hazel boot, you need a Jackson Hazel lace. If you buy a Klingbeil tan boot, you need a Klingbeil tan lace. The one last trick that you can only do with cotton, if you're really desperate for a tan lace and you're kind of out of luck, take some laces, take some hot water, drop some tea bags, boil those laces up in that hot tea water, drain it, dry them, and you've got yourself a tan lace. That's about it. I'm going to be tied up doing something else soon, so that's my wrap on laces today for ScatersLandingTV.com. I'm your host, Chris Bartlett.